Now we're live.
See, let me see if I can find the link. We always have like the hardest time getting the link out.
Yeah, I know. I think that's it.
Know.
I changed it. It should say nobody and nope.
No, like the title of the actual.
Oh, video. Yeah, that thing always.
I think I'm echoing.
Okay, hold on. Try that. That's probably better.
Yeah, works fine.
Okay. Hope everybody else
is working. We always fuck up on this part, dude.
I told you I can. There's got to be a way that I could just easily find the link for the page. I don't want to give out the server URL. Yeah, okay, I think it's this. It's got to be this. Yeah. So it'll still say his thing. So I think that works.
Okay.
Okay. So what's up?
Nothing, man. It's been a while. So 2 months, right? Or
at least.
What was it?
April 5th was the last one.
So where have you been since then, dude? Trading coins?
Everywhere.
So we went what kind of like got you into like looking at these coins, dude? Like I just feel like it was out of the blue kind of, and then just like took off, you know? Or maybe that's just the way I saw it.
Well, that's kind of exactly what happened. Well, there was I posted it. Where was it? Because then what's his face? Let me find it really fast. It was kind of like I just stuck some money in it. And when I say some money, I didn't even put that much in there because I was like, I don't know what this is. This is a new account. Like, I might just lose it. So I was like, it's $1,500. I don't care. I'll forget about it. You know, it was a forget about it type of thing. And that was Ethereum at like $11-12. I literally forgot about it. And then it was like 55. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I hadn't looked at it for like months.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it was 55, and I'm like, whoa. So then it was about to break out again, and so I added in, I think like $5,000. Because again, I'm just like, oh, this is new. You know, I don't know if I can even get my money out of this website.
Yeah.
At like 48 before the 50 breakout. And then I ended up selling all of it at like 96. So, I mean, it was pretty sweet. And I was like, hey, dude, I just sold this at 96. I felt like a genius. And now it's like at 260 or something like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously it could have been way more massive. But then I was like, oh, obviously this thing moved. So there's got to be other ones, right? And so I just started doing some quick research and found, obviously the first 2 or 3 things. So I found Poloniex, or however you pronounce it. I just moved over some profits, started trading in there, and the breakouts were just super easy. Like everything, like you know how you can imagine like your perfect setup short, and you know how I had the perfect setup long. They were just every day, constantly, and so you'd throw in $5,000 into one, and you'd like double it, triple it overnight.
Yeah,
and it's like what? Like you don't even have to try. It's just that insane right now. Everything is moving. Like there are, I think it's Coin Market Cap, and it's like the total value of all cryptocurrency 3 or 4 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, was like 23 or 24 billion, and I think it's 100 billion now for all of them.
Wow, holy shit, dude!
So I mean, they just went crazy. So all I was doing is like, you can see the list, right?
Yeah.
And so all I was doing was I literally just go down this list, and there was one night where I just look at like almost the chart of every single one, because you can immediately click on it. It'll take you to the page, the chart, and it'll show, like the perfect setups. So like Decred, I think I bought that like last night because I'm like, this setup is just sweet. And I look at,
and you can just buy all these coins, like it's just like any other marketplace.
Well, I have like 7 different accounts. I have one at Poloniex, Bittrex, Yobit.
And what's the reason for that? Like, what's the?
I just want to spread. I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So if one of them gets shut down, I don't lose it all, and then I go, oh, that was stupid, you know. So I trade there. I trade at Bittrex or whatever the heck you call it.
Are these coins 24/7, like the market for it?
Yeah, dude. And that's why I haven't been sleeping because they don't close. Literally last night, like I think it was right before we went to go see Wonder Woman. Like I was just waiting. I was like, okay, I know we're going to movies at like 4 o'clock, and
yeah.
I know you saw my tweet because you liked it, but like,
yeah, definitely.
I had gone all cash Bitcoin earlier in the day, just because it failed. I'm looking at it right now. It failed like 2,800 like twice, and I was like, so I went across the board and all the accounts. It took like 25 minutes, and I just closed out everything.
It had like 2,100 like last week.
Yeah, it was. Well, it was 20. It was 20. It was like 19 something. And then my dad finally was like, okay, I'll buy it. After I've been telling him since like 400.
Yeah.
I was like, well, whatever. You might still catch something up to like 3,000. So, I mean, he got all excited because he made a couple thousand. And it's like, you know. But when Dan, it was so ironic that the morning that it, where was it? Let me find I could bring up the chart on here. The morning of, like it had just gone parabolic from like 19 to like 28. This is the wrong chart. But two people on Facebook were like, hey, how do I invest in this Bitcoin? Like people that I'd never talked to. And I'm like, uh-oh, that's a sign. So I sold most of it all, and it's different prices on different places, and that's a arbitrage thing. So if you could get big limits, you could literally go onto one site, buy it, move it to another site. Obviously, there's going to be a little bit of a fee in like 30 minutes, and you could sell it at a higher price. I mean, obviously, you got to put your cash in one thing, and because it doesn't work if you move it back and forth. But so I mean, there's arbitrage opportunities everywhere. But that day it went to like 2,800. I sold it all at like 2,640 from like some super low average that I had. I couldn't even remember what it was. I think it was like eights, and then I know the first time I bought it was like 400, 200, but I ended up selling that way early.
Do you think it's like still early, like these coins? Like I don't. It's just like kind of blows my mind a little bit, you know?
Well, there hasn't been an adoption yet by everybody. Think everybody knows it and everybody trades it and all this, then yeah, that'll be the top of the bubble for this next one. But I think you've seen my videos where I do that, where it's like the rule of fours or whatever it is. So
definitely,
I think we're only in the third stage of the longest ramp on this. Whether it goes to like 5,000 or whatever it is, but where is it? So like with the move, I still think it can go to 5,000 if in maybe like a month or 2 months, because that's still hanging around 27. But if you go back all the way, this was the first bubble, that was the second bubble, we're in the third, so I would think it'll ramp up to like 5, come pull back down here for another couple of years, and then do a crazy move to like 10, 15,000, and then it'll be like everybody's gonna have a Bitcoin app on their phone, and that'll be the top of where it is. So
I have kind of a stupid question, but can you short coins?
Yeah, only on like 2 or 3 sites. But the problem is you have to short them all against Bitcoin versus like the US dollar. So
what does that mean?
So like if you look at the screen that I have, like there's USDT, which is it's kind of like a tether. So it just stays. What's the best way I can explain it? You know what a money market is? Yeah. So basically, consider that like a money market fund, like across the thing. So tether just stays to the US dollar. At least that's my understanding of it. But you can't. The only way to do it is under this little tab under margin trading.
Okay.
And when it gets there.
And they allow margin for coins?
Yeah. Provided that people are lending it. And sometimes you'll get crazy high rates. Sometimes you get better rates depending on what you're doing it against. Like the only thing you can do is you can only go against Bitcoin. So like Ethereum, obviously I think it's close to probably a pullback. I mean, I was wrong last week, but you're still trading it against Bitcoin. So if it also falls, you're not going to make that much because they're both falling and you're trading a pair that's both going down. Whereas if you could short it against just the US dollar, it'd be way more profitable.
How much is it to like open up like a coin trading account? Is there like a limit or anything?
Nope. There's, I think you have a $2,000 withdrawal limit at the beginning, like per day. So like you can put in as much as you want, from my understanding. Like I haven't had any problems moving it around. But like if I want to move it out of something, I can only move like $2,000 because they still haven't yet to like uh, approve like the second and third tier that I've requested because they're so busy. Because when I first got on here, and that was only a couple weeks ago, take a look at this. Users online. So when I was first on here, it was like 12 to 15,000. And in like 3 days, it went up to like 30,000 average.
Wow.
And it usually is the busiest time when all the Japanese wake up. So at night, like I've seen already hit like 60 something. So I mean, it's just 6 times more people are now trading it. So it's, you just get new people who are like, oh, I want to buy this. I want to buy this. And so breakouts just keep happening until they don't.
It's very interesting, man. Like all this stuff, it's like a whole new market, kind of.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, there's a lot of people that have been doing it for quite a while. But I mean, because I had a Coinbase, and I kind of knew I was just like, I got to pay attention to Bitcoin, just because that's just how my brain works. So I'm paying attention to it back here, and I think you saw it. Like I was like, dude, that's got to be the bottom. And I was really into like the rule of fours, doing that whole video at that time, whenever it was. I can't zoom out. And I was like, this washout that happened, where the fuck, man, like back here at like 125, I was like, that's got to be it. Like that's just it's gone too many times on a downward slope that it's maxed out, and that's it.
Yeah.
And so like I started buying it at I think right here. And then I sold that at like 380, and then I was like, oh, I'm not paying attention to it until I saw this chart, and then I bought it at like 4 something.
Have you been trading like stocks too, like your regular OTCs or anything else, or just like focusing on coins lately?
Well, last night I was like, dude, I need to get some sleep, so that's why I wanted to close everything out. So like I was hoping that like it wouldn't keep moving, because I'm like I sleep like 3 hours a day now.
Yeah,
I get exhausted. I'm like, oh my god, like I'm up to like 1 a.m., 1:30 going, all right, I need to go to bed. So I was like, I just need a day off. So I pretty much closed everything yesterday. So I'm like 90% in cash, essentially.
Are you mostly day trading these things, or is it like more of a swing trading mentality?
It's both. Because the moves, I've noticed the big moves happen like right when I normally went to bed at like 10:30. And maybe the math is wrong, but like the biggest market is Japanese markets. Because they're the ones that are like hugely adopting it. Like some airline is accepting it now or something like that. Or I think it was airline, but they accept like Bitcoin now at the airline or something.
How do you like mine for Bitcoin? Like what is that whole?
So I did it on, I think it's Genesis Mining, and it's I don't want to put a lot of money into it because I'm like, I feel like I'm just giving it away, But then again, I felt like that when I was buying Ethereum, so I was like, whatever. But like, it's called Genesis Mining. I don't know anything about it. I wouldn't say recommend it or unrecommend it. I've seen videos, I watch it, but let me see if I can log in here. Because I only tossed in like 1,000 because I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing with it. So I'm like, why would I put money? Because you buy a contract. And I'm logging in right now. But you buy like a contract for like 2 years. And then it just mines. So I only make like, I don't know, $6 a day. Because it lasts 2 years long. That's why.
Yeah.
But I mean, it kind of interests me because I'll guarantee you I'll forget about it, and I'll come back in like a year and a half and I'll be like, oh, I got some money in there, and who knows where Bitcoin goes. But this is kind of what that looks like. And you get like a little referral code, so you buy like terahashes. I don't even understand it.
I don't think anyone understands.
So yeah, I know. So to me, it's like a completely foreign. And then I think I have a hash flare account, and I don't know anything about them, but like you can allocate your mining. So you can buy like a contract. Let me see here. I'll show you. So you could say upgrade hash power, blah, 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 whatever. So I only put in, what did I buy? I think I bought 300 in like Bitcoin and then something else in Monero. Like I bought one of each for like a couple $100 because I'm like, I don't want to have to pay attention to it every day. if I put in like $6,000, then I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna look at it every day. It's gonna drive me crazy. Yeah, yeah. So you can just buy it. You pay with either a credit card, debit card, blah 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 blah. You allocate what you want to mine it for. So like the Bitcoin contract I bought, I'm mining for Dash. I don't know why. Maybe that's stupid, but like I said, I don't know what that exactly. And then you get paid out like on a daily basis, with like this stuff. So I mean, it's just something interesting. So I'm like, because I thought about buying like a computer to actually mine for it, but I'm like, the stuff I read about it, it's super loud.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. Because like my brother, like
really,
I don't know why, but like he's just like into these things. Like he's into like cryptocurrencies and like weird like online gambling and like I don't know, it's whatever it is. But
it's kind of the whole new thing. I need to This is a video. I'm gonna post it on Twitter. It was a video that I watched last night that was very informative on, I think, how young minds actually work. Let me see if I can find it here. It was a TED Talk, but it was like, this guy wanted to sit down with his kids and have them play Monopoly with real money to see if that they would act any different. And it was like, oh wow, yeah, like super. Their strategies completely changed when they had real cash, like physical money in their hand. And it was right here. So other than that, I mean, other than mining and all that stuff,
dude, I say it like so many fucking times. There's so many ways to like make money in this world. Like,
yeah, it's crazy.
It's just crazy. I use my brother as the example all the time. But like, dude, that one company is paying him $8,000 a month to have their logo on his Twitter banner.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Can you think about that, dude?
That's pretty nuts.
It's
I mean, and that's the thing about that video is like kids don't. Money is completely different to people. Like it blew my mind when I walked out of the theaters and I saw this kid wearing a Dash Coin shirt and I was like, what? Like I couldn't. It kind of stopped me in my tracks. I had to turn around and look at it again. I was like, no way. So I was like, that's something else. So the other story that I was going to tell you.
The poker story, right?
Yeah, let me pull up the picture. That way, there's a little frame of reference. But so my wife's out of town, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go play poker. And I used to do it way more when I was younger, like the whole online thing. And I just kind of said, yeah, I'm gonna go play whatever. I went and played. I think it was 3-5. It's like $500 buy-in, and they were doing a promotion. So every 2 hours, if you got like a flush or something higher, you get a name and a thing, and you win like $500 if your name gets drawn, whatever it is. And so I was waiting until like 6 o'clock. I'm like, I'm gonna just go home. I think I was down like $200. What did I care? But I'd left my dogs at home for like 6 hours. So I'm like, I gotta go home. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna play one more hand. It was my button, and I'm like, I'm just gonna play my button, then I'm gonna leave. So I get pocket queens. Some girl in front, like early position, raises to 15. I put it in. Basically, I raised to 50. She goes all in for like 98. I snap call her, and she immediately turns over cards. And usually in a cash game, you don't turn over your hand until like the end. You're like, oh, I lost, whatever. And I'm like, okay, I'll show my cards too. And I'm like, queens, and she says to the dealer, hold on. And I'm like, why? She's like, I have a feeling I'm going to get quads. And I'm like, I hope you get quads because that would be the bad beat jackpot. And, so the dealer peels out 3 cards really slow, puts them on top of it, flips it over, and he turns over an ace. I'm like, shit, I'm going to lose this pot, and now I'm just going to go home and whatever.
Yeah.
And then puts out the flop, and there's one more ace. I'm like, oh. And everybody at the whole table just kind of like freaks out for a second. They're like, oh, could happen. And then next card was the last ace.
Wow.
And everybody jumps out of their seat, almost like kind of stunned. I'm like, what?
Wow.
So that wasn't even the worst part. The worst part was like everybody comes running over. So like 100 people probably just come run to the table. And any king or queen on the river nullifies it because she only had ace jack. So if a king or a queen comes, it's basically like a reverse, bad beat for $12,000. And now I'm sweating a river card and it was a 4. So I was just like,
yeah,
that's nuts. And I forgot to tell him, so I had to walk out of the casino with like 10 grand, 12 grand in cash. I was like, oh yeah, that's a little, like, like as fun as that is, you know. So I mean, that was a pretty cool night. Anything?
And do you like play poker like often? Like,
not a whole bunch. I'm gonna go play probably an event or two events in the World Series in like a week or two. I think I'm probably gonna go next Friday, because I think there's a 365 that's got a pretty good. I care about the structure, because like last week it was, I think, the Colossus. So it was like a 500 and some odd buy-in, but the structure was like an ultra turbo where you get like 7,500 in chips, and the blind, you're basically like going all in within like 2 hours. And I don't like that structure, so I'd rather pay, because there's a Millionaire Maker on June 10th. I thought about going to that one, but the structure on June 14th is way better. So for the same buy-in, and it's the winner gets like $1 million anyways. So you can see, I'll just kind of show you the differences really, really fast. But like, I think it was, where is it? So like, structure matters to me. If I'm going to drive up to Vegas for 4 hours, I don't want to get knocked out or have to like play crazy for.
Is it really a 4-hour drive?
For me, yeah. Like 3.5.
It's like a 5.5-hour airplane for me.
A what?
A 5.5-hour like
air. Oh yeah. So like, if you look at this, like the Colossus is 565 buy-in. You get 5,000 starting chips, and the blind. So you have basically 100 big blinds. In this other one, that's actually a cheaper buy-in, you get 20,000, and the blinds you basically start with 300 big blinds. And it's almost the same, like, it's a way better structure for the money. So, like, I don't want to really play in the Colossus. It's going to just be like, oh, I'm in. And then the Millionaire Maker versus, I think it was this one. Like, structure matters in a poker tournament. If your structure sucks, like, it matters completely. Because I want to go there for play and not just, like, to gamble.
So. All this stuff is so interesting, dude. Like, for whatever reason, I know it sounds so stupid, but like, I don't really like gamble as much as like I would think. Cause like, I like taking risks, like in trades. Like, I'm one to like give myself like a lot of wiggle room and like kind of push hard when I see like the opportunity. But like, when it comes to gambling, it's just like something about it. I just like do it for fun, like with friends.
Oh yeah.
I never go in like thinking I can make money. It's weird.
No, and I don't either, but it just kind of happens sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I mean, with poker, it was, I think I was 18, 19 playing online, and I was doing all right. And, I did was like, why would I want a full-time job when I can make more doing this? And that was probably the biggest aspect and biggest appeal to trading when poker stopped in, I think, 2011, because now I was like, oh, now I don't have my normal thing that I do, Yeah. What else can I do?
That's exactly what it is. Everyone comes in trading like just wanting to make like a boatload of money, but then as soon as they start doing it, they realize it is much harder than like they ever imagined.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I feel like I'm really fortunate the way that I just kind of like I went at it, but I went at it because I wanted to make money, because I wasn't, so I didn't have a lot of money, and I was like, I want to be able to just take my money and make more money off of it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, dude. It's crazy. It's literally, I love it, dude. I love it so much.
Yeah, it's like what. Obviously, there's the day every once in a while that I don't want to. I think Bao said it the other day. Like, I don't talk about streaks, but I've been on a tear for like, I don't know, a month and a half. Today was today. I mean, it had DCTH not have done its move. It would have probably been like a losing day, because also I think it was GAHC and BTSC. I bought like both of those at like the perfect time. So it's like,
yeah, I've been on a really good streak too. It's kind of, it sounds so stupid, but I hate going on good streaks because like I'm always so terrified of like that big fuck up day that I'm gonna have. And I don't know about you, but do you keep like a P&L calendar, or like just something like to help you keep on track of like your days, like your wins and your losses and whatnot?
The funny thing, I used to always kind of just keep it in my head like what I had made for that day or that week. But ever since I filled out my accounts with Nico's tracker thing or whatever it is. I think it was Nico's.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Uh, I kind of just put it in my head where, and it was funny because Nate said it not too long before that. If you try to make money or try to be green every day, you're doing it wrong. And so
Sure.
I only fill that out at the end of each month because I've noticed since I've done that, like my trading is way better because I don't focus on the day to day anymore. I focus kind of on just the fact that, hey, yeah, if I have a bad day, I can't let that start a streak where I'm just going to be stupid for a week and a half and then just, you know, give it all away, which I usually do. If I have like 1 or 2 days that I lose, I'll know it and I'll be thinking about it. Whereas if I have a losing day or even close to it, like I was today at one point, it was like, I'm not gonna let that bug me the rest of the day. It's like, I'll make it back in a week, make it back in a day.
Yeah. So. Exactly. Like my streak is, I think it's in the last 30 days, I've been red 3 times, but it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's just me or if it's whatever, but every time like we get on a hot streak, we get a little bit overconfident, and like all you need is that one bad play that you're too confident on to like ruin that 30 days of like being green,
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
no, I totally get it. I've only let that happen like once or twice, and it was like the worst feeling.
It sucks. It literally sucks. That's why. Like every time, like it's been such a good streak, I've been wiring out the money, putting the money aside. So like, I don't know, just as like a safety thing.
And that's the one thing I haven't been doing. And I don't know if I had a talk with Nate about it or if it was just because I knew that he was doing it. Was that I stopped wiring out.
Yeah, I know Nate's not been doing it. Nate's been having some crazy numbers.
And it's way better. Like I get why I started doing it at the beginning. Because I wanted the money in my bank account.
Exactly.
But now it's kind of like I treat my bank account like a bills account. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how much do I actually need? Because I don't like overspending on anything. Like I just don't. It's just how I am.
It's so funny, dude. It's so funny because the other day, I think it was CLSN. I made a bunch of money, and I was talking to Bao, and I was like, "Yo, do you want to go to Game 5 of the finals?" And we were just talking, dude, and like we're looking at prices of tickets and this and that, and like it's like $7,500 for like a ticket, and we're like, dude, that's so much money. What the fuck are we thinking? And then we look at our P&L, and like we made double that in a day. You know what I'm saying? So like,
but still,
so stupid, dude. It's so stupid. I think I was looking at a P&L of like 13 grand or 14 grand, and I was trying to be like cheap on like $7,000 tickets.
Yeah,
it's just crazy, dude.
It's just kind of wild.
But I really want to go to Game 5 if it does happen. I'm gonna force Bao to go with me.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I haven't even watched the NBA playoffs. I've been too busy with other stuff. But
yeah,
it's been the same 3 teams every year.
Yeah.
Right? Or the same 2 teams for the last 3 years. That's what I meant.
So. Cavs are getting annihilated, man. It's crazy.
It's nuts. What else?
Are you ever gonna come like visit this area? Like, do you
probably at some point? I wanna go to New York again. I told Nate I wanted to do a golfing thing over there because I golfed with all his buddies when they were in Phoenix.
Yeah,
and that was fun.
Yeah, you said that was a great time.
Yeah, that was a blast with Tyler and the friends. So I was like, Nate, we need to do that over in New Hampshire sometime. And I'm like, now would probably be the time to do it, but
I don't think I visited Nate yet, or I don't know. What is there to do in New Hampshire?
That's exactly why I probably haven't gone yet.
There's really nothing to do like in New Jersey here, so.
Yeah, so I'm like, at least New Jersey, you could go to.
You go to the city. That's what we do.
Don't they have did they rebuild the boardwalk or whatever it was?
The Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that, dude. Yeah, it's been rebuilt, but I went to. It's so funny, dude. It's so freaking funny. So I met this girl like this weekend, and we were just talking, and she's like, "Oh, I'm like, well, where are you from?" She's like, "Oh, I'm from Brooklyn, this and that." She's like, "Oh, where are you from?" I'm like, Jersey. She's like, "Oh, Jersey Shore," and I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like that show like absolutely ruined every single person from Jersey. Everyone from there hates it, dude.
Really?
Show. Yeah, dude, we all like. For example, like they exist, like all those Guido people, like actually exist, like in the area, but like, man, they're so annoying, dude. No one likes them.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So like this, I'm looking at it right now. LS Lisk or whatever it is.
Okay.
Can you see that or no?
Yeah, I see it.
'Cause I'm logging in right now to my other account, and like that chart, like I love that chart. I love that setup, and especially
Yeah.
like with the daily, the way that this thing is, like I'll just look at it like, oh, and the charts are so much more fluid as far as like breakouts go.
I
At
don't get,
least
do these charts like not have any like resistance points there? Like, is it just like straight
not
up, like
not
small, like blue
anymore.
sky charts?
A lot of them are like that at this point. So it's like you just keep buying the breakout, buying the breakout, buying the breakout. And it's like you just repeat it over and over and over again like 16 times.
Yeah. Damn.
But no, I was like, Puerto Rico. I want to go to Puerto Rico. I've always wanted to go to Puerto Rico. And so I was like, we're going to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And that's
Isn't that
like,
the best feeling, dude? Like sometimes when I'm just like on a whim, you just like choose whatever you want to do because like you can do it.
yeah, I'm still cheap when I do it. I always look for the best deal.
Yeah, definitely.
So I was like, so I told Val, I was like, dude, I think you might look at like Groupon sites more than I do.
Dude, he's so freaking funny, dude. Did you see like his snapshot of the new car he got, the Mercedes?
Uh-uh.
Okay, so basically we were texting that day, and then he's like, "I'm just gonna go like out to like dinner. I'm gonna get like a $11 like lunch buffet salad or whatever." And I'm like, "All right, dude, just like do what you gotta do, no big deal." And then like 2 hours later, he texted me and he said, "Yeah, man, I went to go get an $11 salad, and I walked out with a Mercedes AMG." And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" It was hilarious. He's like, it's like I walked in with like shorts and flip flops, and no one talked to me. And then like he bought like one of the most expensive cars like they have there.
That's the way to do it, though.
Yeah.
They're probably like, "Who's this guy in flip flops?
Yeah,
Why
I
is
think
he
he
here?"
like he said that he yelled like, "Does no one want to make money or something like that?" Like I love that, dude. I love it.
That's what he should have put on Snapchat.
Yeah, goes gets for an $11 salad, comes back with an AMG. I love it, dude. I literally love it, and it's a sick car too. He like knows his cars. It's really cool.
That's awesome. I told him, I'm like, I'm gonna come over just randomly one day.
Yeah, dude. I told him, I'm like, if Game 5 happens, I'm coming over, and then we're gonna go see it on Monday. But who knows? Dude, tomorrow, what's it? Tomorrow's Friday. Yeah, dude. Tomorrow's the game. If Cavs don't win, it's over. No fucking Game 5.
Yeah, that's true. You think they will?
I don't know, dude. Honestly, the way the Warriors beat the Cavs last night, I think they might do a 4-0, dude. Like Cleveland was struggling last night. I
That
don't know
would
if you watched the
be
game.
no, but that'd be impressive.
And Cleveland was on home court, dude.
Wow, that's kind of sad.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Well, I guess it's worse that the Golden State lost it when they had that amazing season.
Yeah.
That was a little more heartbreaking, I would think.
Ulterior Clip pumpers in chat rooms. Huh, that's interesting, dude. Do you think that's probably gonna happen too? It's only a matter of time.
I would think so. I haven't really seen anybody with like crazy, at least on Twitter. I don't even think that
I
I
haven't
noticed.
seen anyone except you trading coins on Twitter.
Which I like.
Yeah, I like that too. Exactly.
I would rather, and that when you find something new, and then everybody starts talking about it. And I wouldn't even say I found this new. I think I found it just a little late because people who were always doing it, they're the ones that have been early. Like I didn't know about this stuff 3 months ago. I wish I did.
Sure.
But when everybody starts doing it, that's a big warning sign. So
yeah, it's like a crowded trade, like any other crowded trade.
Yeah. So if everybody's trading these coins, it's a big uh-oh. So if I start seeing like you or Nate or anybody else that I follow like tweeting different things about it, I've seen Kunal. He posts some Ethereum charts and stuff like that, but
yeah,
I think that's not. I don't see him posting trades.
I just want to know.
I
don't know. I feel like the hardest thing is like knowing where to start because like
yeah,
I've started like we both like started trading like not knowing anything, losing a bunch of money. It's like kind of the same thing. You start like trading something new that you're not really sure of. You're just bound to lose money. It's like your market tuition.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I think the thing is that once you figure it out, like obviously I'm way more long sided, but
yeah, for sure.
I've already kind of learned how to trade, And now I'm just focusing on stuff that's, trading that I've never seen before. So it's like all the same strategies still apply. And now it's just the ease of, allowing the strategy to work is just kind of unbelievable.
Exactly.
It's just a new marketplace, just a different place. I just kind of consider it a different place to put your money,
Yeah, that's all it comes down to.
So it's like, and like I made that video obviously because I was like, people just keep asking me questions because I keep posting these weird charts on different websites for like, what the hell is this? I'm sure. And it's like, you have to buy a Bitcoin somewhere. So it's like, I would do it at the safest place, which I kind of consider Coinbase. Because I'm like, do I fully trust any of these? Not so much because of the whole. Did you ever hear about MT Gox or whatever the heck that's called?
No, what is that?
So it was like a big scandal. It was the biggest exchange for Bitcoin in Japan. And
what happened?
I think I can't remember exactly what happened. I don't know if they got hacked or if they just I can't remember exactly, but they went bankrupt because they didn't actually have something. I can't remember exactly. I have to read more into it, but they basically imploded like overnight. And people's like just lost everything they had in their accounts.
Crazy, man.
So it's like, oh, that could happen, and that's why I have like 6 different ones. I'm like, if one goes under, at least now I'm not totally screwed,
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna ask you. I mean to ask you, how was Wonder Woman?
It was good. I mean, I enjoyed it. So it was, I think it was kind of like mostly World War One based, but it was still a good movie. I liked it. I'd probably watch it again.
Yeah, I'm like into like the whole like superhero universe and like stuff like that. So.
And I think everybody is. I think that's where the money is because I was always into like Alien, so I went and saw the new Alien movie, but I heard it tanked. Like people don't care about it, which sucks because now they're probably not going to make another one, and I like all their movies. I like all Ridley Scott movies almost. So it's like, what can you do? Not a whole lot.
What else is there? I don't know. I feel like honestly, dude, like there haven't really been like any good movies lately. Like they all just like kind of like okay, There's no like movie lately that I was like, goddamn, like you have to go see that movie. You have to see that movie. It's all just like, it was pretty good. It wasn't bad,
Yeah. There's not. I've been like, whoa, you have to go see this.
Like I can't even remember the last time a movie was like that. Like I don't know. I really like Inception and.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think it was Inception.
Yeah, it's gotta be Interstellar, dude. Interstellar. The first time watching it, dude, like I had a great time.
Oh, I loved it. I liked. I like space movies. I think that's my genre. I like anything that's like sci-fi.
Yeah, and then now it's like all like these TV shows that are like pretty good. Like, do you watch House of Cards?
I just restarted watching it, so don't give anything away. And I'm on like season 2.
Wow. Okay, cool. Another one's go about TV shows all day about Westworld. I don't know if you've seen that.
Westworld. That's about White House, right?
No, Westworld is like an HBO show about like robots with like human skin that like have like their own like intellect and shit like that. It's really, really cool. What's this Wizard of Lies about?
I don't know. Somebody posted it. I don't know. I don't know if it's out on TV. Oh, so wait.
Is it a TV show or is it a thing?
It's a TV movie on HBO.
Oh, I saw this one with Robert De Niro, right?
Yeah, with Bernie Madoff.
Bernie Madoff? Yeah, I didn't like that much. That's all right.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I watched it.
When?
It's like an HBO one-time like special thing.
Yeah, but it says airs June 10th. Or was it on May 20th?
I saw it earlier. I saw it like 2 weeks ago.
But it wasn't that good?
On HBO. No, it wasn't that good. There was another one with Bernie Madoff, like the TV show. Like it was like a 4-episode TV show thing, and that was really good.
I love Billions.
Oh my god, dude, that is. It doesn't get better than that.
I love it. And I don't like watching a whole lot of TV, but that show definitely gets me going.
It's so good. It's so good.
It is.
People that I know that don't trade stocks are like super into it.
Yeah, I know that's kind of the weird thing too. Is like I know a lot of like my friends, they watch it, and I'm like, oh. And I don't know how many times I've watched The Big Short in the last year. Yeah. I just turn it on when Don't when I'm like looking at my phone or something.
I saw like the original Wall Street film. I saw it like 5 times. I saw Boiler Room a couple times. Wolf of Wall Street. Oh, dude, I don't know if I was.
I was gonna ask
What were
you.
you saying?
Did you see
Yeah.
Tim? Did you see Tim Sykes' new video?
Yeah, I did.
I thought it was kind of ingenious.
Yeah, I saw it.
It was
Someone
it
actually
was
sent
funny.
it to me. I think you know who sent it to me. I think Bao sent it to me.
Really?
Yeah.
It definitely made me laugh. I was like, "What?"
Yeah, it was pretty funny. I was gonna say something. I think it was. I saw Wolf of Wall Street in the theaters with. I forget who it was, but
I don't
I
know if
think it
I've
was
ever
like.
heard a theater laugh so hard when I watched it.
What'd you say? Sorry, cut out for a second.
With Wolf of Wall Street, I don't think I've ever heard a theater laugh so hard at that scene when he was driving back in the Lamborghini.
Dude, I love that movie.
The cerebral palsy face.
Dude, he should have won an Oscar for that.
He should have. He really should have. Because
That's so fucked up.
that was brilliant.
He was so good. Even Jonah Hill was really good.
Yeah. There was
Was
that the movie that he worked for free?
I sent Eric yesterday
Did
on
what?
Twitter. Did you see the picture Eric tweeted that I sent him yesterday?
Oh yeah. Did I inspire that?
No, we were talking, and you know WINS, the thing that got hauled.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we were talking, and he's like, I could have got the locate for it, but I was on the phone with Royce, and I just like decided not to get the locate for whatever reason. Like 20 minutes before, like it halted, and he was just pissed about it. So he just made that to like make him laugh because he was just shorting more dries after that.
Have you guys been shorting dries every single day?
Yeah, man. Seriously. I have. I've been shorting them for a lot, dude. It's just been easy money, dude. Like seriously, like I don't see why.
I mean, as long as the trade's still there and it's that easy money, it's like, why not?
The thing is, Kalani still has to sell
like
135 million.
I was gonna say close to 150 million, right?
Yeah. So the original deal was like I think 225, and it took call it 65 million to split the stock, and now there's still another like 125, 130 million left to sell.
How did they get away with this?
I think it's gonna split again, honestly.
I don't understand who's asleep at the wheel or who's just letting this happen.
I don't know. They halt wins, they don't halt dries. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Like, look at that. I think it's just
yeah, dude. Seriously.
I like something's obviously going on that we aren't privy to as far as how this is still allowed to keep trading.
It doesn't make sense, man.
No, it doesn't at all.
Like the float isn't even that low. I think it's like 16 or 17 million now, or something like that. I don't know.
So do you think? Here's my question: is like, who in their right mind is actually like buying this to own it? So,
who's buying it to own it? I don't think anyone is buying it to own it.
Pray that that's true. So then I asked myself, who's buying it? Is it literally just shorting to other shorts that are covering? You know,
like I think it's
all day
Kalani,
long.
I think it's Kalani bid propping so he can sell on the ask. I think that's all it comes down to.
That's so crazy. You should just try and whack like 500,000 and see what happens.
The problem is they go on SSR like every single day.
Ugh. Well, yeah, that's true. I can see that.
Like tomorrow SSR is off. Like look, today SSR was on, the stock was up 6%. Tomorrow SSR is going to be off. It's going to probably be down 6%. You know?
It's so crazy. It's just
and the borrow is like not expensive, dude. It's not an expensive borrow.
No, you can probably do it through E-Trade too, can't you?
E-Trade ran out, but you could have done it for like a while with it.
Maybe I should have done it.
It just like it doesn't make like every time it bounces, every single time, like everyone's just like, oh my god, dry is gonna bounce, like this and that. Like everyone's like ready for the bounce, but in reality, there's more like sell pressure than buy pressure. So it's just gonna be short lived anyway.
By far. I mean, it's always nice for like some moves. Like that was a decent move. I was in there yesterday for I don't know 20 cents.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I know it's gonna be toast on like the first down tick.
Yeah, that's all it takes. And the crazy, like I said, me and Eric have been shorting almost every single day. couple thousand shares at a time, building to our core. And honestly, we both think that they're going to have to split this again, only because after that next split, they should do, for example, I'm just thinking out loud.
Well, they can only
Say
do it
by
so
the
many
time,
times, right?
What?
They can only do it so many times in a period of time, right?
I have no idea. I really don't know. But the reality is that Kalani has 130, call it 130 million left to sell. On top of that, they have, I think it was a $2 billion shelf that's effective. So they have so much to sell. It's just ridiculous. And if you think about it logically, the float, let's say, I'm just going to make the math easy. Say by the time Kalani is done selling, the float is going to be 20 million, right? Whatever it is, 20 million float. The only way that I could see them getting the stock to run again would be to do something ridiculous, like a 10-for-1 split to get the float to like 2 million and then jam it up.
Yeah.
Because right now, although it's still like 16 million, 15 million, it's just still not enough. It's not low enough.
No, I don't think so either.
And the problem is also, it's too fresh in people's minds. People like momentum traders like know what dries is. They have to let some time pass so that like people kind of forget about it and then like come back to it. Like if you look at something like Tops, like if you have the chart of Tops, Kalani is on that too.
Yeah.
Kalani is just as toxic on that, but no one's talking about it. And because no one's talking about it, it's fading easier.
Good Lord.
What is it, 20 cents now or some shit?
25 cents.
25 cents, and split the same time as Dries. Dries split, when they split, they were at like $6. When Top split, they were at like $3.
342. Man, that thing went 340 straight down to $2.
Exactly. They're
in one day
selling paper. It's the same thing with Dries, but it's crazy. It's lit. I think that's why I always say, like, if people think it's going to bounce or whatever, they're just going to eat people up. So, for example, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday where it bounced to 220 or 225. The day after yesterday, it hit the new all-time low at 178 or something like that.
Yeah.
So the reality is that anyone that bought, any like quote-unquote long that bought, is a bag holder now again, even if they bought at the lows. So
nuts.
To me, yeah, dude, this stock literally single-handedly has changed my year around. Like, I don't know, it's crazy. It's a lot of money to be made. Like, if you're patient with it. So I'm trying, dude. I'm trying to make this big trade.
That's crazy.
And yeah, it's just gonna be. I don't want to look back in a month and
be like, why did I do
be
that?
the only one short and say he made X amount of money, whereas I know that the same thing was going to happen, but I was just too like, I guess, lazy to put the position on, you know?
Yeah.
So I have it in two accounts. I have it in like my day trading account and my swing trading account. The swing trading one, I'm never going to touch. I'm just going to let it sit there, let it do its thing, let it go up and down. My average there is really good. Just let it sit there. The day trading one, I kind of like work around the core. So, for example, today I shorted at like 202 or 203, covered at like the 180s or 190s, and then reshorted again on the bounce too. Like just kind of finessing with it a little bit. So,
that's wild.
It's
like easy money almost.
Dude, the shelf is effective. Dude. They have an effective shelf, and Kalani has to sell. It's just the problem is Kalani isn't able to sell as much as he did before. So before, Kalani was able to sell millions and millions and millions because the volume was there. He had volume to dump into. They were still like believers. Now there's not much believers, so it's just constant propping and like pushing the price up so he can bring it back down, pushing it up, bring it back down.
That's so crazy to me.
It literally.
It's like a whole new,
should be illegal.
Whole new way to make money.
So much money to be made. They raised, I think like Dries has raised like almost $500 million from toxic financing, like something ridiculous like that.
That's nuts.
And every time you know what the kicker is, dude? Every time they raise money through selling stock, and they spend not cash, immediately I'm buying more ships. So they need to raise more money again. It's just like a never-ending cycle, dude. Every time like a new ship gets delivered or they buy a new ship, I'm just laughing to myself because they're spending that cash of toxic financing to buy more ships, which means that they have to freaking sell more stock again, you know?
That's wow. It kind of blows my mind that trade has lasted that long.
It's exactly. That's why I've been telling Bao, and he's like, it's still like, it's good that you're short, but like, what's your plan with it? I'm just gonna say, I just told him like I'm gonna keep milking it until like it delists, until I can't milk it anymore.
Yeah. You might as well.
The amount of money Eric has made on this ticker alone is like it's obscene. It's literally obscene. So knowing what he's made and like how he's made on it, it just makes me think like, why can't I do the same? Like I know that when I talk to Phil this year at Vegas, he's gonna say he probably made X amount of money on it. I'm just gonna be like, holy shit, like
I haven't even heard Phil
like,
in a while.
Yeah,
He's
and
still
it'd be
there.
like he's gonna make like the easiest money out of us all with like the least amount of stress just from this ticker. It just makes me think like, why not just do the same?
Yeah, it's a good point. Why work hard?
It's like I don't think a lot of people have the borrow either. Like I only know actually one place that has it now. So E-Trade used to have it too, but E-Trade ran out.
Yeah. I don't know. What else? I don't think anything else has been happening with me. You doing anything other than Vegas this year or no?
I don't know. I'm thinking of going like for whatever reason. I just want to like go away like on a vacation with my dad for a little bit, like
just do it.
In a week or two, just to, like get away.
Dude, that's what I've been doing.
It's like
I feel like I've been doing something every week.
It's been so good that like it'd be stupid not to just kind of like take a second back and like enjoy myself.
Yeah. Oh, so we went to. I didn't want to interrupt you. We just did this Williams train thing. Dude, that was actually kind of cool. So we drove up to Williams, which is kind of like this little town, north of Phoenix. And there's a train that goes from Williams, it takes like 2 hours or whatever, to the Grand Canyon.
Wow.
And it's actually really cool. So on the way there, we had like the very last two back seats and like the best little train that you could get. And then on the way back, I just booked like normal seats, and I was like, "Yeah, screw it." And so we upgraded back to like the best cabin or whatever it was.
Yeah, and dude, I love that feeling, man. I love it because
the funny part was everybody else I think had the same idea where they're like, "Oh, we're gonna go there really nice and just come back normal," because we literally had like the whole thing to ourselves. I was like laying down on a couch that was supposed to be a seat for three. That was pretty cool.
It's sick, dude. Like just having that feeling of like your hard work, like kind of like finally paying off, and like you were able to like do stuff. Like it's just so nice.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. What's an example is like my brother. Like he just turned 21 like a couple weeks ago. So I took him out to the city like last week or 2 weeks ago, and it was kind of cold or whatever. It's like I just like thought to myself like, why am I waiting online like to get into a club? Why don't I just get a table and just skip the line, and, like spend some money and do that for once,
Yeah.
That's what I did. I just literally did that. Handed the guy my credit card, gave him my ID, and I said, "Get me a table. I don't want to wait online." And that's it, dude. That's it. It's like, it's crazy, dude. It's like such a good feeling.
It is very freeing. I mean, that's the huge advantage to it. Is like, and I spend my money on experiences. Like, I want to travel. I want to do this. Like, I don't care what car I drive. But then again, I don't care about cars. But so it's like,
I love cars.
I'll go to Puerto Rico if I want to randomly. Like literally that morning, I was just like, I want to go to Puerto Rico. Okay.
Yeah.
So I
love it.
Buy a trip. I'm like, oh, all right. I still think it'd be awesome to have like instead of like Traders for a Cause, like also have like a trader vacation or something.
I think that'd be great. Dude.
Like invite only, so like it's like exclusive. Nobody knows about it except for people that you get like to invite 2 people or 1 person.
I think that's a great idea. I think we should push Nate on that to help set that up. But he's probably like too stressed out with Traders for a Cause.
He's got.
So maybe you and me might have to set it up, Cody.
That'd be something. I'm telling you, it'd be so much fun. Like to have like a beach vacation for like 4 or 5 days with like a group of people.
Yeah, we all like kind of like know each other too,
Yeah. So it'd have to be like a max of like 150 people. You get to invite 1 person, and then that person gets to invite until we reach like 150 or something. So that'd be pretty cool.
I think we should do it, dude.
And it's got to be on a beach somewhere.
Has to be a beach.
Yeah.
And we should make a rule: no laptops allowed. So
exactly. No. It has to be like a no trading.
It has to be like a no Wi-Fi area.
Yeah. Take them out to the middle of Mexico. I would love to do that. So, anyways, I don't know if I have much else to say. I don't even know how long have we been doing this? An hour? 40 minutes? 20 minutes?
Yeah, about an hour. Call it an hour.
All right. Well, sure, I'll talk to you again at some point.
Yeah. This is fun, dude.
It is.
We should next time we shouldn't do like an impromptu one. We should like get it set up with like questions and shit. But
yeah, we
fun,
should.
Dude. It's been a while.
I was gonna say it's been 2 months. I was like, I have nothing to do for the rest of the night. Might as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, obviously there's less people watching because we just did it.
The last second.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, let's do this.
Margin Call. I've seen that film. That's a good one. Actually, that was really good.
Margin Call? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I kind of like all of them. I don't know. Yeah. I like financial movies now. I didn't used to.
Same here.
So, anyways, all right, Alex. I'll talk to you later, buddy.
See you, man.
Later.